Hey robot fans, welcome back to the build. In our first video, we turned our 12-volt Power Wheels Jeep into a 24-volt variable speed Power Wheels Monster Jeep.
And here's a nice gentle 24 volts.
And today we're going to add a soft start feature to the 24-volt setting to hopefully extend its unholy existence just a little longer. So what do I mean by soft start? Well, in the current setup, when the gas pedal is pressed, the full power load of the batteries is transferred directly to the motors. That instant jolt from 0 volts to 24 volts can be too much for the little plastic gearbox inside of the car to handle, so I want to set it up so when I press the gas pedal, a safe 16 volts is sent to the motors and then the power slowly ramps up to 24 volts over the next few seconds. Looking back to our original modification, we added a digital circuit called the Happy Wife between our batteries and our gas pedal. This was great because it gave us the ability to adjust the amount of power going to the motors via PWM while also preserving the analog gas pedal as a failsafe in case our Happy Wife gets a little moody. The problem is, keeping these circuits isolated makes it impossible for our Happy Wife to know when the gas pedal is being pressed, and therefore impossible to know when to start ramping up the soft start. So we are going to add some feedback from our gas pedal to our Happy Wife. So I popped out the gas pedal assembly and brought it inside. The plan is to add this digital limit switch to the gas pedal so when the pedal is pressed, both our analog switch to the motors is actuated and our digital switch going back to our Happy Wife is pressed at the very same time. I printed this little mount to hold our digital switch and also included some heat set inserts so we can mount it to the pedal. I drilled some holes in the top of the gas pedal and screwed into those insets. Now we can see that when we press the gas pedal, both switches are engaged pretty much at the exact same time. I am astonished at how well this worked on the first try. I'm going to present a quick alternative to this digital switch because it is a bit of work. There is an option to wire the analog gas pedal back to the Happy Wife more directly. If you solder a wire to this clip of your ignition switch, you can wire this back to the Arduino through a variable input step-down board. The voltage running through this wire will equal the voltage going to the motors. The Happy Wife can only read a 5-volt signal, so you'll need a board that can output 5 volts regardless of the input voltage. I'll put a link to a good one that works in the description of this video. You'll need to run a ground wire from the batteries to the board to power the step down, and then you just run a positive output wire from the board to any pin on the Arduino. This method is a little easier on the engineering side of things, but converting that motor voltage to a 5-volt logic level signal will eat a little bit of battery life, so I went with the digital switch method. Honestly, I think the effect on the batteries will be very minimal, so if you're looking for an easier method, maybe this is the way to go. Up to you. Back to the build, all that's left to do now is reinstall our gas pedal and wire it up to the board. While I'm doing this, let's take a quick look at the updated code for this project. It's mostly the same from the last video. There are 2 major exceptions. The first is the setup on the Arduino. I used to have 4 speed settings, but I eliminated the lowest one because it was pretty boring. And now we have 3 speed settings, and I was able to use the same jumper from the 4th speed setting to attach our gas pedal. I have a lot of notes here, and I also tried to be as comment heavy as I could be. Based on the emails and messages I was receiving, I realized not a lot of people want to dive into this code too much. So I made it as simple as possible, and I have comments on almost every single line, so you can customize this as much as you need to without knowing too much about coding. I'm not going to go through every single line because everything's pretty much explained. I do just want to go through the main program loop. The first section here is the get values section. This is reading the 3 jumpers to see which speed setting is engaged, and it's also reading to see if the gas pedal is pressed. I have a safety feature here called no jumper pins. If you don't set a speed, then the motors don't do anything. I have 0 being written to the motors so that there's no power going to the motors if you don't set the speed. Speed 1 is exactly what we used to have before. It's if speed 1 is selected, it sends 175 to the motors. 175 is about 16 volts. You can see here how to do that math for yourself if you want to change anything. Speed 2 and 3 is where it really gets fun. This is where the new soft start is engaged. So we'll just go through speed 2 completely. So here it says if speed 2 is selected, and then all this code only runs if speed 2 is selected. We have two new variable settings here. The first one is the PWM right. This is going to be our max speed. For speed 2, which is about 20 volts, I have this set to 215. And we have a ramp speed of 175. This 175 is the same as our 16 volts from the first speed section, and this is our safe voltage that goes to the motors when the gas pedal is not pressed, and this is where our ramp will begin. So these two variables basically say that the speed ramp of the soft start will go from 175 to 215. So this first while loop is for when the gas pedal is not pressed. It basically says just keep checking if it is pressed. And then this second while loop here is for when the gas pedal is pressed. And what this says is if the value of ramp speed, which is our base level, is less than our max speed, increase it by 1. So when you first press the gas pedal, it's going to be at 175, which is definitely less than 215. So it's going to add 1 to it and make it 176. And then it's going to wait 45 milliseconds. And then it's going to run this loop again and again and again and again really, really fast. And this is just going to keep increasing by 1 until it gets to 215. And that's basically how our ramp works. And this delay, this 45 millisecond delay, is what gives us our ramp up time. So if I had this at 0, it would go from 175 to 215 in like a quarter of a second. So by delaying it a little bit on each loop, I can slow down the speed at which it goes up to 215. And I have some math here about how you can increase or decrease that speed. And that's really all there is to it. The same thing is there for speed 3. I have some, for all you coders out there, I have some notes here on how to debug everything. And as always, this code is going to be available for free for all of my subscribers, so be sure to get that. And let's get back to the build. So with the first speed setting selected, 16 volts, you'll be able to see it's just business as usual. Press the pedal, wheels spin, nothing changes. But as we switch it over to the 20 or 24 volt mode, now you're going to start to see the ramp up. And what's going to happen is I'm going to press the pedal and you're going to hear the wheels gradually move on up to 16 to 24 volts. So it's a 2.5 second, 3 second-ish ramp up, and that's going to give the motors enough time to accept that voltage and move up to a higher speed. As soon as I take my hand off the pedal or they take their foot off the pedal, it resets. So if they do a quick little on-off, it's going to reset and it's going to give the motors a chance to recover. You can hear that ramp up restarting every single time I hit the gas. So this is great. Hopefully now we can get safely 24 volts without shattering the gearbox or overdriving these motors too hard. And it should be a lot of fun. Alright, so let's see this thing in action. Here we go. We'll do some starts with two kids in the car from a dead stop.
Go ahead, Leah. Yep. Nope. Yep.
Now I always have my kids start the car in the low setting. This preserves the gears and also affords us the opportunity to do a mid-drive gear shift turbo boost from 12 volts to 24 volts. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions about how to upgrade your Power Wheels Jeep, put it in the comments below and I'll be sure to reply. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.